The last 4 sessions dealt with people using their visual and audio skills to detect deception. Today, technology allows machines to do that work for us. One such device is a polygraph. Its concept assumes that when someone's under stress, their heart and breathing rate and their skin conductivity change. Unfortunately, its accuracy is bound up in psychological factors which may have nothing to do with truth or lying. Just getting strapped into a polygraph can be very stressful. However, what if those psychological factors can be eliminated from the equation? What if a polygraph can be given without the subject being aware of it happening, in any kind of setting, and without being touched? That may change everything. A group at MIT were the early developers of such a technique. The concept involves taking a movie of a person, then with computer software, magnifying the subtle motions of heart rate, breathing rate, and skin conductivity so that they can be easily seen. Consequently, a remote polygraph. Normally, looking at a wrist, the pulse can't be seen. The motion is just too faint. The same can be said when looking at the hand, the throat, the forehead, any place where arteries or veins are close to the surface. When the vein at the wrist is magnified, the heart or pulse rate can be easily counted to determine changes. Breathing rate is another indicator of stress. That motion is hard to see when a baby is just lying in bed, as shown on the left-hand panel. However, when breathing is magnified, as shown on the right-hand panel, it's obvious. Under stress, moisture moves from different parts of our body to the skin. With it comes additional blood flow and subtle color changes. The left-hand panel is what we normally see, while the right-hand panel shows how stress affects blood flow. When we experience stress, our face can show the impact of microexpressions, lasting only a fraction of a second. When amplified, they can reveal inner feelings such as contempt, anger, and fear. Now, the face on the left shows no emotion, but the one on the right is much more revealing. Here's a microexpression which has been slowed down so you can see it. Movement of the eye is another stress indicator. Although rather benign here, stress can also be shown by changes in the iris. It tends to open during stress and close down under normal operation. Wouldn't it be nice, or at least nosy, to be able to listen to a conversation from far away? What was President Obama saying? Now, a laser or a parabolic microphone might do the job, but they're too obvious. However, magnify throat movements, coupled with artificial intelligence, and speech can be extracted. Here's a view of a throat, what we normally see on the left, and then when amplified. We can also acquire conversation another way. When we speak, the air movement we produce impacts everything around us. Obviously, we can see the effect of the air impinging on, say, a bag of potato chips, but it does. Here's a recording followed by the sound after its motion has been magnified upon hitting a chips bag. To listen in on President Obama's discussion, we could pull the sound off the vibrations of the glass. Now, during stress, the vocal cords or muscles in the throat tighten, causing the voice pitch to to change by as much as 25%. These changes may not be enough for our ear to discern, but equipment can make that determination, even over the telephone. Here's an analysis of a voice during a discussion. Okay, so you want to protect your privacy. If those items I talked about are not scary enough, how about being able to read your mind? Today it's possible to read a mind using equipment. The necessity started out to help paralyzed patients who can't speak. Headgear detects low-level electrical signals generated by the thoughts of a person within their brain and converts them to speech.
They will never find out I robbed the bank.
It turns out thinking a word and not saying it produces the same electrical signals. Using similar equipment, two humans were able to send greetings to each other using only an internet connection link. How long will it be before your mind could be read without you even knowing it? We may never know, since some of these technologies seem to go underground after being discovered. This usually means the government is involved in affecting our privacy.
I want the truth!
I don't recall it.
I did not have.
And they're completely false.
I had no prior knowledge.
Are totally false.